Yo, what is up, guys? It is Angel coming back at you with another awesome review. And something that I got very early and didn't really expect is the brand new Mafex Captain America. I believe this is the Jack Kirby version of Captain America, if I'm correct. And yeah, initial reactions is he looks fantastic. Definitely has those classic light blue red tones, and I think he looks fantastic just looking at him through the box. Definitely like the Mafex box presentation. We got the front here, we got the back, we got the left side, and we got the right side. And we all know this is the usual Mafex packaging, so nothing really too special, but I do like the way it looks. I like how it's sleek and it has enough, has some cool photos of the figure on the back. And yeah, what's your guys's opinion on this figure? I know a lot of people are going to resort to either the 20th or 40th anniversary Marvel Legends Captain America. Me personally, I sold mine a while ago. I thought they would have made another one by now, but they haven't. Well, they made the Secret Wars one, but I don't really care for that one, unfortunately. And now the previous Captain America they made goes for pretty much the same price as this guy. So I was like, whatever, I'll just pay for this guy. I got him at plazajapan.com. They shipped this guy out super fast. Got here in literally 2 days. Shout out DHL. But enough of the talking. I'm excited. Let's crack them open and see what's inside. All right, so here we have the Mafex Jack Kirby Captain America out of the packaging, and I have to say, oh man, you guys are in for a treat. All you Captain America fans and Mafex Marvel fans, I think you are all in for an absolute treat. This is a fantastic figure from Mafex. Not to say they have been making some crap figures lately, but it seems like they've been stepping up their game, because the last few releases from Mafex have all been really good figures. So I'm happy to see another great figure, and I hope we continue down this path for a long time. Now, do I think this is the pinnacle Captain America? I think that's a little bit opinionated. I can't say and speak for everyone else, but from what I've experienced with all the Captain America figures I've had, this one definitely it's up there. This is a really good release, and I think it's definitely something you will understand a lot better in hand. I mean, just look at him, guys. He looks so cool, looks stunning. He looks like the Captain America a lot of people want. I know a lot of people were hating because the proportions, at least from the promotional images, looked a little bit odd, but he's really, really good proportional wise, in my opinion. Everything looks like very natural. He still looks strong. Oh, yeah, these things do pop off, so we'll get to that in a second, but he looks, pop his hand back on here. He looks very natural aesthetic-wise. He looks big and bulky, not overly big and bulky. There's not really too many gappy areas, and yeah, I think this is a really nice-looking figure. Not only nice-looking, but feels fantastic. I guess while we have him standing there, you can look at him while we go over his accessories. Mafex always has a good amount of accessories. So we'll start off with the shield here. And the shield, I want to pop this piece back on, but we'll just wait a second. This is what the shield's looking like. It's very thick, so don't worry about it breaking. And they have this interesting system that Mafex incorporated where you can pop, I believe, both of them off. So let's try that. Yeah, so you could pop both of these off. So you're going to want to use this smaller one and this bigger one to put it on his right arm or left arm, wherever you choose to put on his shield when he's holding it. And if you use the smaller ones and you pop them in here like so, I'm actually doing this for the first time with you guys, so excuse me if I struggle a bit. That might not go that way. This probably goes this way. Very interesting. I've never seen something like this before from Mafex, but yeah, you just pop it in like that, and then same goes for this one. Pop it in like that. I don't want to break anything. But yeah, so you pop those smaller ones in. As you can see, it's a small slate, and you're probably like, that would not fit on his arm at all. Well, that's because he comes with these two really cool throwing shield accessories, and this is pretty fantastic. You're probably thinking maybe it won't hold enough on just these little plastic pegs, but if you get close to it, you can see it kind of has an indent. So when you slide in his shield, it fits nice and snug. Once you get it in that little groove there, I'd be careful. If you don't want paint chipping or anything like that. But once you get it in there, it's really snug. It's not gonna fall off. It's on there, and then you could pop it on his left hand. Or this is the hand that I have it on right now, but pop it on. Oh crap. I guess it can be a little bit tedious, but you know, once you pose them up and everything, get some great poses. So yeah, you can get him holding it out like a badass or doing a little shield throwing action. So that's cool. I like how that's a little bit creative. And I do like creative accessories, more so for people who like doing photography. I don't really do photography like that, so you won't catch me using that very often, but I'm glad it's included, you know. Besides those, he also has, you know, fists and this kind of semi-relaxing hand, probably what you're going to want to use for him holding his shield. He has very flayed open hands, you know, some dramatic shield throwing effects. Pointing fingers, you know, they have some shading on them. It's a darker tone of red, so I like that a lot. Some grabbing hands. I believe this is a grabbing or like holding hands. I gotta figure out what that's for. Holding what? I guess I'm gonna find out, hopefully. And then some more dramatic open hands. And then this is grabbing. This is grabbing hands right here. Regular grabbing. So you can probably grab the grip of his shield handles. I'm trying to think, what would he use these for? Look at the box here. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any clue what these would be used for. He comes with two different heads, and he has this angry... That looks a little bit better. Angry, pissed off face. And yes, guys, he is a little bit pale. It does look like a regular natural skin tone, though. I'm not going to sit here and say he looks like a vampire, because in person it looks way better, way more peachy in person. Obviously the light's reflecting off of his face, so it looks a lot more white, but it's not as white as it appears on my camera. And I don't really like this face. I'm not going to lie either. It looks a little bit odd to me. The way his wrinkles on his face are when he's like pissed off, it looks a little bit weird to me. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer that face. And then this one. And FYI, guys, yes, I had a couple paint shippings, and this is one of them. So this is a fantastic looking face sculpt. As you can see, the skin tone looks a lot better. Very, very old school looking Captain America. But as you're sliding this cowl on, I would be careful. My paint did chip a little bit. I'm just going to leave it like that. But just to FYI. So be careful with your figs, and they'll treat you good. And then you have another shield here. That is somewhat of a backpack. This was kind of hard for me to get on him. I'm sure once you get it on, it's nothing. But just be careful, because the strap did pop out here. You know how it is with Mafex and their glue. These things pop out all the time. I've had a few Mafex backpacks or pieces pop out of their grooves because the glue they use is not that good. I don't know what kind of freaking super glue they use, but it's just not that good. And then looking at the figure itself, let's bring him up and close. Really great looking Captain America, man. I'm telling you, this guy's a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys pre-order him. If you're a huge Captain America fan, I think you'll be absolutely thrilled with this guy. He's something that looks a lot better in person, in my opinion. I mean, the camera, somewhat does him justice still. He still looks great. But the blue is definitely more on the lighter side. I would say it's pretty close to the 20th or 40th anniversary Marvel Legends. I don't remember. Let me know in the comments down below. But I really like how the reds are a lot darker than they were showed in the promotional images. So it gives them more of a grittier Captain America. I don't really like all the light colors because it just looks a little, less dramatic. I like darker colors because it makes people look more badass. But yeah, there's a lot of shading, especially on the legs. So he's not just boring. Shading on the back. Really, really great. The one thing that I'm always concerned about with Mafex figures is not really the QC issues anymore. I think they kind of got past that, like at least the actual functionality of the figure. For me, it's always the paint. I hate when the paint's all over the place and chipping and splattered. It sucks. On this one, fortunately, everything looks really good. I do have this weird little paint area, but I can look past that. Oh, also his abs are shaded. And his buttocks. Boy is packing some cheeks. So yeah, guys, really, really good figure, man. This definitely caught me off guard. I mean, I was gonna pre-order this guy a while ago. I decided to pre-order him late. I know everyone was on the fence about it, but this is really a good release, like a very solid release. Captain America fans, I think you will be very happy. So let's go ahead and run through the articulation, which is something that is absolutely fantastic on this figure. Looks down that much, looks up really well, 360 degrees. Everything was very smooth out of the packaging, thankfully. Arms go up that high. Really good butterfly joints, can reach across very well. Nothing. Rotation at the upper bicep, double jointed elbows that bend very far. Rotation at the wrist, 360 degrees, forward and backward, blah, blah, blah. We've seen that before. Can go back really well, not too gappy. Can go forward really deep, so that's great. Upper diaphragm movement, lower waist movement. Legs have those signature drop down hips, so he can kick up. He could probably kick up higher because this feels like a soft, pliable plastic material. I'm not going to mess with it too much though. Drop down hips, splits, so far enough in my opinion. And the knees, they bend very well. They go pretty much folded fully. I don't believe there's anything at the calf, so if you were hoping for that, I don't really think that ever is a thing with Mafex regardless, so I'm just going to ignore that I ever said that. But, there's rotation at the ankle, can go 360 degrees, and then back and forward, and then toe bend, which is really good. Obviously, the only thing that looks kind of ugly is his ankles because they're very noticeable, those big ball joints right there, but you can't really see him from the sides because his boots are covering that up. So, if you want to look for the negatives, you'll find them, but from just me messing around with it and enjoying this figure, I'm very pleasantly surprised. And keep in mind, guys, this isn't one of the figures I really cared for nor looked forward to. I just pre-ordered it for the sake of the review. And I'm definitely going to hold on to this guy because I'm very pleasantly surprised with how nice and how fun this figure really is. I think he just looks really good. Like, very, very surprised. I just been wanting a good Captain America for a while. I think Marvel Legends did a great job, don't get me wrong, but I still don't think it's the pinnacle Captain America. And this is definitely one of the best Captain America figures, if not the best we've had so far. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons, see what's going on. All right, guys, so you know the drill. We're going to grab a couple different figures from different lines and put them up next to Mafex Captain America. All right, so here we have Mafex Jack Kirby Captain America. I'm just trying to remind myself so I don't forget, with a few different figures from a few different lines. We have Mafex Gambit on the right and the Figma Samus Aaron from Metroid Dread. And honestly, that is one of my favorite figures, guys, so I can't recommend a figure enough. If you were thinking about it, I hope you picked it up a while ago because I know she's kind of hard to acquire now. Marvel Legends 2-pack Punisher, hands down, one of the best Marvel Legends from this year. Hate me or love me, I love this figure. Jada Toys Dalsim, another fantastic figure, top 10 contender for sure. So yeah, guys, we live in a great time for action figures, and I am truly blessed. I think he looks great with all the figures. You could definitely tell he has that older classic vibe, but I still think it's a great looking Captain America, and I think he's going to fit great with any of your Marvel displays. All right, so at the end of the day, I honestly think this is a really good release from Mafex. I really can't repeat that enough. There's nothing I would have changed. There's nothing I really would have liked to see. Maybe some way to get rid of those ugly ball joint ankles, but everything else is pretty much flawless for the release. Yeah, sure, we could have wanted something a little more along the lines of a modern looking Captain America, but I'm not going to doubt they're probably going to make that, if not already in the process of making a modern Captain America. But I'm truly happy and pleasantly surprised because my expectations have been met, and I think they went a little bit overboard on my expectations and exceeded them. He just has a great quality feel. He definitely looked better than the promotional images. I love the proportions on him. He moves extremely well, very dynamic, very articulated action figure. He comes with a okay amount of accessories, but I don't think Captain America really needs that much. You know, he's not out here doing and using all these gadgets and gizmos. So I'm pretty happy with this figure. I think that everyone else who pre-ordered him will be very happy as well, and he looks really nice and feels really nice. Out of 10, I'm going to definitely give him a solid 9.5 out of 10. I don't think this is a solid 10 because it's a personal opinion. I would have preferred a darker blue modern Captain America. I will say the head sculpts, 2 out of 3 of them I like, and this one, it just looks a little bit doofusy to me. So, you know, he's going to lose some points for that. Also, the fact that he does have kind of like a interesting skin style. You know, it looks like they used a certain type of paint that gives him kind of a very, very strong comic booky look. Like he, you know what I mean? He looks like comic book artwork. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard to say, but I like the more realism head sculpts. An example I guess I could show you is Gambit from Mafex. As you can tell, he looks a little bit more realistic, if that makes sense, and Captain America looks very cartoony. Some people may like that. I personally don't, but like I said, these are my personal opinions and nitpicks. So I definitely recommend picking him up, and I think if you get him, you're going to be really happy. But yeah, that was my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to this release. I think you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised, like I've already said. And yeah, super thankful that you guys are here watching my videos. Feel free to subscribe. I try to upload 1 to 2 long videos a month, and shorts I do a lot. Make sure you follow my other socials down below. My TikTok and my Instagram are in the description. And yeah, give this video a like if you enjoyed, and leave a comment letting me know what you enjoyed about the video, or if you're getting this figure, or what your opinion is on this figure. But seriously, guys, have an awesome day. Peace.